Hi, my name is Emily Yin, and I'm going to be presenting a broad overview of glass in the food, beverage, and spirits industry. So, one of the main challenges of food safe packaging is sterility. Organic substances are sensitive to their environment and need to be microbe and pathogen free in order to maximize shelf life. To achieve this, a variety of factors must be considered when engineering glass containers. Cold fill products rely on sterilization of the glass container before the filling process and require completely sterile packaging lines, while hot fill products are sterilized after the container is already filled. Carbonation affects the internal pressure of the container, and possible leakages through the closure system must be accounted for when designing glass bottles that can properly withstand and preserve this carbonation. Pasteurization is used for many food and beverage applications. Most commonly, the glass bottle is heated using steam or hot water after the product is filled in the container, and this must be accounted for in process. For food and beverage applications, Type 3 soda lime glass is a standard. Its manufacturing process consists of batch heating, forming, and cooling. The batch, consisting of silica and various oxides, soda ash, lime, and collet, is mixed and fed slowly into the furnace where it's melted at temperatures of up to 1700 degrees Celsius. The glass is then cut into gobs and shaped into molds either through a blow and blow method for narrow neck bottles or a press and blow method for wider mouth containers. Finally, the bottle is reheated and cooled very slowly in an annealing process to relieve internal stresses. Food grade glass does not usually require any special coatings or additives other than potential colorants for enhanced UV protection. Here are some examples of how glass forming influenced the development of some of the most popular spirits we have today. On the left is the original wine bottle created by Ricketts of Bristol in 1821. The narrower neck and squatter bottom portion, containing 750 milliliters, became the standard after the company was able to develop a three-part mold process to achieve uniform and efficient production of these bottles. The Steiny and Stubby bottles, pictured in the center and right, were the two major beer bottle designs that emerged out of the Prohibition era. They were both created for cost efficiency purposes, with a smaller volume of glass and a more economical shape for transportation. 500 cases of Steinies could fit in the same space as 300 cases of the old model. Though the classic beer bottle shape has evolved since then, both Coors and Miller Lite have brought back limited edition runs due to popular demand. Nowadays, many liquor companies will order specialty or custom glass bottles for limited edition runs to increase consumer perception of value and quality. Properties of using glass. Glass is inert, sterile, and non-permeable. It is uniquely able to preserve the vibrancy of flavor and maintain freshness right off the manufacturing line. It is also the only widely used food packaging material with a generally considered as safe designation from the FDA. It is natural, non-toxic, and pure, not to mention the display opportunities. The transparency and design options of glass provide a unique advertising opportunity and superior product visibility to the consumer, as well as a perception of quality due to the material's heavier weight. Finally, it is recyclable ad infinitum, with no degradation in quality or effectiveness. 6 tons of recycled glass directly saves 6 tons of resources and reduces the emission of CO2 by 1 ton. However, a drawback is that during manufacture and transportation of glass, significant CO2 and other emissions are necessary, especially due to the material's heavier weight. Also, though the transparency of glass has many benefits, it does allow UV transmission, which may damage the product. Dark colorants like amber are typically used to combat this issue. Now for a case study, the iconic Coca-Cola bottle. In 1915, Coca-Cola wanted to distinguish itself from copycat brands with a distinctive package. So they sent out a design challenge to 8 to 10 glass companies in the US, the prompt being to create a bottle so distinct that you would recognize it by feel in the dark or lying broken on the ground. The winning design was prototyped by the Root Glass Company in Indiana and was based off the contours and ribs of a cocoa pod. It took some convincing to get glass bottle manufacturers on board with the costlier shape, but was eventually achieved through national advertising. The bottle was patented through 1951 when it eventually received trademark status. This was highly unusual for a commercial package at the time, but it was achieved in part due to a 1949 study which showed that over 99% of Americans could identify the Coke bottle by shape alone. The iconic bottle remained largely the same through the 20th century, but eventually went through two material changes, first to PET in 1993, and finally to aluminum in 2007. However, the ubiquitous shape has remained even to this day. Throughout its time, the Coca-Cola bottle has become a cultural icon and synonymous with America itself. Andy Warhol, a leader in the pop art movement, sums it up as, What's great about this country is that America started the tradition where the richest consumers buy essentially the same things as the poorest. A Coke is a Coke, and no amount of money can get you a better Coke than the one the president or the bum on the corner is drinking. And here are my references. Thanks.